everyone, 2 jars contain some colored balls as indicated in the diagram. So we have 2 experiments here, and the first thing we're really going to have to do is fill out this tree diagram to show our sample space so we can answer these questions. So let's get started. So for the first experiment, we have jar 1 and jar 2. I'll just put it here, jar 1 and jar 2. And the chances of drawing those are 1/2 each. So it's just 1/2 to 1/2. All right. Now, we're dealing with black and white marbles. So we're going to do, let's see. Since it starts with black and then white, we'll just do black, white, black, white. And this first tree diagram, we're going to stop right in here for the first experiment. So this is first experiment. All right, so let's fill in some of this. It said for jar 1, the black, our total is 5 here, and our total is 3 here. So for black, that's going to be 2/5. And for our white, that's 3/5. And for our black for jar 2, that's going to be, there's 3 total, so that's 2/3 and 1/3. Keep in mind these need to add up to 1. So each of these leaves here. So 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. 2/3 plus 1/3 equals 1, and so forth. So let's get the probabilities. So we're going to get jar 1 with black, jar 1 with white, jar 2 with black, and jar 2 with white. And all you're going to do is multiply these numbers. So we're going to get 1/2 times 2/5, and the second one would be 1/2. All these are 1/2 here for jar 1 and jar 2. So now you're just going to copy these down. So we have 3/5. Then we have 2/3. Whoops, 2/3. And then we have 1/3. So they're asking for, so we drew the diagram, we drew it and showed all possible outcomes. Here they are. And now we want to know what is the probability that a white ball is drawn. So the only places we have white are here. So we either drew a white ball out of jar 1, or, remember, or means plus in probability. So we're going to get jar 1 with the white, or jar 2 with the white. So this is going to be 1/2 times 3/5 plus 1/2. So this means or. 1/2 times 1/3. And when you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 7 divided by 15 is your probability. So let's go to the second experiment. So the second experiment, we have this out. Again, this is jar 1. This is black, white, black, white. All right. So now it's saying the second experiment, the ball drawn in the first experiment is not replaced. So a second ball is then drawn from the same jar. So if it's not replaced, then let's just go from here. This is going to be black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. So if it's not replaced for the black, then you're going to have 4 and then 1 less. So that's going to be 1/4. For this one, so this one right here would be 3/4. Remember, these two have to add up to 1. Right, for this one, if it's not replaced, you're going to get, again, your denominator is going to be 4, and that's going to be 2. And so this also has to be 2/4 for the white. Remember, they have to add up to 1. Okay, so if it's not replaced for this first one, then we're back down to 2. And you have to subtract 1 from here because you didn't replace it back. So this would be 1/2. And so this one is also going to be 1/2. And for the white, this is going to go down to 2. And then you're going to get 2 divided by 2. And this would be 0 divided by 2. Because it's down 1. All right. So now we have to find what's the probability that both balls are the same color. So the same color. And let's write all these out. The same color is from jar 1. We're going to have jar 1 and then BB. Jar 1, B white. And then, so we have jar 1, BB. Jar 1, B white. Then we're going to have jar 1, white, black. And then jar 1, white, white. Then for jar 2, let me move it down. So for jar 2, you're going to have black, black. Jar 2, black, white. I'm just copying this over, but with jar 2, white, black. And jar 2, white, white. So for them to be both be the same color, that's going to occur here, 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 and here. So those numbers are going to be, let's see, let's just write it here. That's going to be 1/2, oh, I'll put it here, 1/2 times 2/5 times 1/4 plus 1/2 times 3/5 times 2/4 plus 1/2 times 2/3 plus 1/2. And this last one is going to be 0 because you have a 0 right there. So then you just multiply these and add them together. So that's or, it's either this or that. And when you add all that up, you should get 11 divided by 30. Now, what is the probability that the balls both are different colors? So this is the same color, and you can go ahead and do the different colors. So here would be your different colors. Here, here, I'll do a different color here, here, and here. But merely all you have to do is take this, the ones that are the same color, and subtract from 1. So 1 minus 11 divided by 30, because remember these all, if you add all the probabilities up, they should equal 1. And that should give you 19 divided by 30. So it's like 30 divided by 30 minus 11 divided by 30. It should give you that. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.